Good evening, lovely tubers. My name is the White Mexican, and welcome to Market Watch Investments. I have a plethora of cards that I'll be showcasing for you guys tonight, and I do hope that you will enjoy. Getting things kickstarted tonight is going to be Fossil Dig. This is the highest rarity that I believe, let me just double verify here, as super rares from OTS Pack 7. Now, this card is obviously specifically for dinosaur builds. It happens to be an OTS super rare, which is really great. And this card is really affordable for bulk prices, lightly played. You can get them all across the board for pretty much 2 bones for these first couple stacks here, which is a significant increase or decrease in value from what they have been in the past. So I think this is a fantastic time to pick up your playset for 6 bones. Alright, so the next is going to be the Punk engine. So everyone's talking about Foxy Tune, how great it is, and obviously some of these cards are seeing some great synergy with a lot of different types of decks right now. The core itself is being blended in a lot of different engines, and it seems to be relatively effective and consistent and working. So these cards, Foxy Tune, again, it's like the most popular one, and of course there's a collector's rare, so that's, you know, good money. But if you look at the other cards, I'm not very familiar with this engine. I've only played it a few times at locals, like against it. So I know Foxy Tune's like a really big deal, but as far as that, I know that there's some other ones that are used, but I'm not really sure like which ones are like kind of second and third under Foxy Tune. But they're all very affordable. Foxy Tune is really the only one that's money. Even for the ultra rares here, we can see starting market price is like 30 bones, and then the Synchro Monster, but then after that they're all like just a couple bones, and then they're well under a bone after that for the rest of the cards. So kind of interesting that that's happening with those. Next is going to be Infirmity Barrier. So this card is insanely expensive right now. It's always kind of relatively been a pricey card, being that this is the original Secrets from Shining Darkness, very old set, and Infirmities is a very beloved deck from a long time ago. So this is, we're going to take a look at these. So lightly played first editions are going to be 60 bones starting market price, and then if you want some near mint first editions, it looks like the first English copies are coming in at 79 bones, and that is a playset here. So really quick, we'll just switch over to bulk prices to verify. For some reason it took out that English one, it's only showing the Italiano ones. If you guys are interested in unlimited copies, because again this is such an insanely expensive card, just out of curiosity, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at near mints or unlimiteds. Near mints is gonna be 30 bones for a single play set or single fat stack of 5 here. And then if we take off the stacks, it's going to go down to about 20. And there's a 2Z stack right here for unlimited lightly played for the original prints. Now, of course, there are other variants. There's some, well, one other variant, the 2012, very old, 10-year-old, 1 decade old tin promo as a super rare, which are about a bone, so healthy alternative for you guys. Mizuki is going to be next as the highest rarity that we have here in the TCG, to the best of my understanding, as a secret rare premium pack 2. Now, this card doesn't have to be played in zombies. I know that there's a plethora of zombie tech choices that are kind of floating around the meta right now, and this is something that really kind of helps advance those tech choices. And this is, you know, the highest rarity, and it looks great, secret rare, really awesome stuff, and I'm pretty sure this card is still at 3 as well. So starting market price for this is going to be 24 bones for lightly played. Now keep in mind there is no first edition just because of the nature of the set that this is dawning from. And then near mint copies are going to be 80 bones 80 bones starting market price, and then they go up to 87. Incredible. That is just insane that not only that this card is pricey, but the price differentiation from lightly played to near mint for this card is just insane. It's like night and day. For bulk prices here, it's going to be 50 bones for lightly played for a set here, and then again it quickly jumps up to a phantom under 90 for the next playset for near mint. So insanely valuable card. You can just see this skyrocketing of price trend increase. There are some alternative variants of this card that are really nice. Like personally, my favorites are the dual Eternal 7 commons. Those are the ones that I have, and you know, they're nice and I'll play with them, and I just like to have them because they're DT. Also, of course, we have the ultra rares from Duelist Saga, which are really nice too. So these three are definitely the top choices, so any of these will work fine. Next is going to be Blackluster Soldier. So there's so much history merit and so much collectability value behind this, and there's just so much that goes into this card, and it is very much a Generation 1 legacy card, and it was like, there's so much. I could just go in like mounds and mounds talking about this card and all its infamy. One thing, and it's at 3 too. Pretty sure it's at 3 if I'm not mistaken, which is just insane. I mean, who would have thought that we would live to see a day in this game where BLS was completely unlocked on the game state, which is just insane. A lot of really great variants of this. This is my personal favorite. Secret Rares Dawning Out of Master Collection Volume 2. It's a very nostalgic set and really special value to me personally, so that's why I like this one. And there's a lot of other really great variants, but we'll get into those shortly. So starting market price for this is going to be 40 bones for near mint copies, and these are all for 1Z 2Z stacks. If we switch over to lightly played, it's going to go down to Phantom under 30 bones here. And again, these are all like 1Z stacks, and then you'll notice that there isn't bulk prices to select on the filter system, but there is a playset right here. They need to fix this. I don't know why they, like, if there's like a playset, it should show in the filters that there's a playset. But anyway, Core TCG holding it down, 35 for a playset of lightly played. So it's completely up to you guys on that. Of course, there are some other really blowout variants like the Dark Revs 2 Ultra Rare and the original OG Generation 1 Invasion of Chaos First Edition Ultra Rares, the Legendary Collections 3 Yugi's World, no surprise, donning a mirrored Secret Rare, which is really great. There's also the Duelist Saga Ultra Rares, which are going for fetching a couple bones. One thing that I like to look at is actually, surprisingly, the 2013 Collector's Tins Super Rare promos. Now, maybe a lot of players think this is like, you know, over manufactured and cheaply made or whatever, but this is still very much a hollow foil. This still very much is super rare. Now, this isn't going to be a collector's card, but again, when Blackluster Soldier grows predominance in the meta plays and people actually start to use it more prominently, its price always goes up. This card always goes up and down. It's just a matter of how many people are using it and if it's really working for the meta state. And this is insanely affordable. For the longest time, it was like 1Z 2Z. Unfortunately for stacks now, it's gone up to about 4-ish, 5. So it's good. It's interesting that it's seen that articulation and value specifically for this one, because this, just like the super rare tin variants of Christia, I think, you know, like if you can pick them up for like 1-2 bones for like bulk prices, those are just great cards to hold because eventually they fluctuate like everything else. So just wanted to put that out there. Next is going to be Solemn Warning. So this is the highest rarity as an ultimate rare dawning from the original core set, Duelist Revolution. This is one of my all-time favorite trap card artworks. It's really hard to see in this ultimate rare hull foiling. You can't really see it. It's very dark in this picture, but the real cards up close and personal look fantastic. They're amazingly aesthetically pleasing, and this is just an insanely great collector's card and just an all-around amazing card in general. Starting market price for near mint first edition copies are going to be 156 bones starting market price, and there is a 2-stack here for 180. Only one page availability. If we incorporate lightly played, there's a Deutsch-German one here for 100, and then a couple other European variants. The first English lightly played first edition is going to be 136 about. Let's see. If we switch over to bulk prices, they're just non-existent apparently. And just out of curiosity, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the unlimited specifically, because granted, I'm totally against unlimiteds for most things, not for everything, but this is such a just gorgeous card, and this is just very pricey. So honestly, I have no shame in getting unlimiteds because the first editions are so pricey, but this is just, again, these are still really great. I would be very lucky, fortunate to have even a playset of unlimiteds personally myself. Lightly playeds are going to be about 57 for 1Z 2Z stacks, and let's see if there's any bulk prices. There actually surprisingly is bulk prices for unlimiteds. Near mint is going to clock in at 75 a piece, and there's 2 playsets here. So now, of course, there are some really great alternatives. I really like the Duelist Saga variant. I really like I think it's the 2011 Tin Promo Supers, which again, I just have this strange fascination with certain cards and super rare that look really great. There, of course, are the original ultra rare Duelist Revolutions. If you go in for those for first editions specifically, those are really great. Here's the Duelist Saga ones, which are really great. And then, of course, we have my personal favorite, at least for not collectability purposes, but for playability purposes, is the Tin Super Rares. And this was just such a blowout set. Like the 2011 collector's tins, like they just had some really killer promos. So bulk prices of this is going to be around 2 bones for this playset here for lightly played, and then it goes to about 3 for near mint stacks here. So really great one just to cop up, just to have for playability purposes, and just, you know, very much a super hollow foil and look fantastic. Now, before I move on to the next card, I really quick just wanted to show you guys at just how amazing the promo set was for the 2011 tin lineup. Like, we had the first reprint of Pot of Duality. This was a really big card back in the day. There's that super rare Christia that I was talking about, which is like insanely affordable. Super rare variants of Dinah, super rare variants of Malefic Stardust Dragon, and super rare variant of Beast King Barbaros. And then, of course, we had secret rare tin variants promos of number 17 and Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which just completely blow out. This was an amazing tin promo lineup in my personal opinion. Very old as well. Next is going to be Unity, Strength in Unity. So one, this has completely, utterly blowout artwork. I'm absolutely in love with this artwork. It has, like, I think this is Blackluster Soldier and Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Really nice. Another thing, it is a solo print. So the 2020 tins is the only print of this card. Unfortunately, they made this disgusting rarity of ultra rare. But with everything else that this has going on for it, I kind of just accept it for what it is. I personally have invested in a couple copies of these myself just to have, because again, Dark Magician / Blue Eyes players and just anime nostalgia, and this card is just, I just think it's going places. It's not going anywhere fast. It's not gonna just completely disappear from the market as of right now, but if this continues to maintain a solo print, I definitely think it's gonna be more than what it is right now, which is not even a bone for bulk prices for near mint first edition copies. So plenty of availability on that. Next is going to be Skullmeister. So this is kind of one of the lesser known hand traps that everyone kind of forgets about, because it's really not that good. It's very specific. It only kind of handles one thing, and so it's kind of just gets brushed to the side, and no one really talks about this card, but it is still a thing. It's not necessarily a popular card. It's a known card. It's not really a played card, but it's worth really good money. So if you guys have them, you can sell them. If you want to keep a playset of first edition secrets original, you can do that, because it is a gorgeous looking card. I personally had a couple first edition secrets myself, but I sold them years ago. And I don't really regret that, because again, there's not like a lot of playability behind this, but I think there's great collectability behind this card. So original secret rares here, dawning out of Starstrike Blast. We're gonna go ahead and take a peek here. Near mint copies are gonna be 40 bones, and there actually is a fat stack right here of near mint first editions for 40 bones. So that's pretty cool. Okay, well, let's see here. If you're curious, let's do lightly played. Lightly playeds are gonna trickle down to around 34-ish. And then let's see what unlimiteds are going for. Unlimiteds are about the same. They're about 34 here. Let's do bulk stacks for. Oh, so I guess there was no unlimited. I guess it was like one of those obscure things that happened with Starstrike Blast where there was no special edition or something like that. They're all just first edition. So kind of cool history merit on that, I guess. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I mean, that's from what I can remember, from the small history I can remember of this set. Again, I wasn't playing the game when this set came out, but I think that is the case. Now, there is a collector's rare, so technically, hierarchy-wise, it's higher rarity, but I would much rather have an original first edition secret than a collector's rare, personally. And the collector's rare is going for like 90 bones anyway, but, you know, player preference. Next is going to be Black Horn of Heaven. These are the original ultimate rare variants dawning out of a very old set, Cyber Dark Impact. Now, keep in mind that the ruling on this is it can only negate inherit summons, to the best of my knowledge. I don't know if that's changed or augmented or anything like that, but the best of my knowledge, my limited knowledge, that is still kind of the ruling on this card. So fantastic artwork, old school ultra rare, very fast, very powerful counter trap card, and just pretty much negates one, which is really awesome. So starting market price for this is gonna be about 35 bones for near mint first edition. There's a 2-stack here, and then the first playset is gonna be right here for 35. Now we'll switch over to lightly playeds. Lightly playeds are gonna be about 22 for first edition lightly playeds, and then if we switch over to full-on bulk prices, again, there's that 35 stack, and was actually two 35 stacks essentially here for a 3-stack and a 6-stack. Now, alternatively, there are other variants of this, like there's some secret rares and some gold rares, and I think even a common. Personally, I really like the dual terminal, and I'm pretty sure that the dual terminal commons are still probably relatively affordable. These have always kind of been like from like a bone to about 2 bone range, even for bulk prices. And you can see right here, there's a couple play sets here, 2 play sets here about around 2 bones, and then jumps up to 5. So still relatively affordable if you guys want to cop up those 2 stacks for 2 bones a piece. And then also, of course, there is the secret rare from the infamous legendary collection Yugi's World, of course. So let's go ahead and take a look at some first editions, specifically for the bulk prices, because it's always been a relatively more affordable card too. So about 2 bones for this playset, and then it jumps to about 4-ish, and then 5, and then it's, you know, pretty much gone after that. Okay, so next is going to be Transmutant. So I feel like this is a really good card that comes in and out of the game state that people kind of forget about until someone realizes, oh wait, this is a really good card, and then it like spikes in price, and then it goes back down, and spikes in price and goes back down. So I just wanted to give this a spotlight really quick. If you guys don't know what this card does, pause the video, read it. It's a really good card, and this is the original print variant as a secret rare, dawning from Judgment of the Light. And for what it is right now, I still think this is relatively affordable. I mean, we're gonna take a look at even, let's just go ahead and start off with stacks. I mean, stack prices, first edition original secret near mint, 4 bones. Like, this is insane. Now keep in mind, new seller, but again, everyone has to start somewhere. If you guys don't get your item, just get refunded and buy different sellers cards. Not really a big deal, but you know, I guess it's time consuming, but completely up to you guys. But just keep in mind that everyone needs to start off somewhere. So there's also another playset here for about a bone more, but you have to factor in this 3 bone shipping. So there also was a mirrored secret rare, I believe. So yes, the Mega Pack Generation 1 of the Megatins 2014 donned another a mirrored secret rare. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see what the price differentiation for this one is. So apparently for stacks, this one's more. I don't know how that works out. I don't know why this one's $7 when the originals are 4. But for like the onesie twosie stacks, they're significantly more affordable, like around 2. So completely up to you guys on that. Next is going to be something that I knew about, but I just totally forgot and just didn't really register with me what an amazing card this is, and that is Storm Dragon's Return. So there's so many ideas that I get just reading this, and like recycle factors and combos, and I'm actually thinking about potentially using this in Dark World. And if you guys can figure out why I'm going to use it in Dark World, comment down below, and if not, I'll probably go into that in a later video. I've been releasing a lot of videos about Dark World because I'm super excited about the new structure deck and the OCG, and Dark World's amazing. So anyway, this is the highest rarity, of course, as Starlight Rare, dawning out of Rising Rampage. And starting market price for this is going to be about 84, 85, and then it goes up to about 92. And then trickles up after that. And there are a couple play sets available here for about $1 bill. Now, of course, there are the original super rares dawning from the same set, which are just insanely affordable. They're like not even a bone for bulk prices, if I'm remembering correctly. There was right here. Now, for playability purposes, of course, you're going to be playing these first edition supers. If I had the Starlight Rare, I wouldn't play it. I would just, you know, have it for collectability purposes, but that's just me personally. So again, like not even a bone for bulk prices from your first editions for the original super. So you can have those all day. And there is, of course, this ultra reprint that's disgusting. If you hate your life, you can go ahead and invest in that. Next is going to be number 60. This is just an amazing generic level 2, level 4, rank 4 XYZ, kind of silly artwork. Severely unfortunate that both variants of this are the disgusting rarity of ultra rare. Like, that's like gag me with a spoon. I'm pretty upset about that, but all around this card is really great for just generic play. I mean, I'm planning on using this in potentially in zombies, and definitely in Dark World. It's definitely caught some eyes for Dark World, for potential in Dark World, and that's kind of the two biggest things. Like, I'm a huge Dark World fan, huge zombie fan, so that's what I think about using this card. But the sheer fact that it's generic and it's just a graveyard fodder control, not really control, but like gives you the opportunity to off spark effects in the graveyard, is just fantastic. And the best thing about this is still really affordable. Even if we switch over to lightly played first edition, lightly played near mint first edition, there's still a couple. The first couple ones here are available for 2 bones for the stacks. There's a fat stack of 18 here for about 3+, almost 3. And then it starts to trickle up to 5 and starts getting into some uncomfortable price points. So I really think that this 2 playsets here and this stack of 18 is going to go quickly, and then you're going to kind of be stuck with what's left over. Personally, I just invested in a playset of these today for first edition near mints myself, because I think this card is going places, and it's going places pretty soon. Alright, next is going to be Psychic End Punisher. So I read this card like before Dimension Force even came out. I was like looking at this, and I really did not realize what a blowout card that this is. I'm actually personally running a single copy of this in my zombies build right now, because you can whip this out with a simple Unizombie and a Doom King, and you have yourself this card. And this card is just really good. It's continued to grow in popularity, and I could totally see why. And it's really unfortunate that I didn't realize how good this was going to be, especially around this point when it was like around 8 bones. And now it's, you know, a phantom under 20 bones here, and this is for bulk prices, near mint, first edition, original secret rares. Obviously, you know, Diffo just came out. It's the solo print is a secret rare, but I still think, even though that this is, you know, phantom under 20, like there's a fat 5 stack here for 19 bones. This is a steal deal. Now, I can't say that this card is going to skyrocket past this 20 bone market price, but I can say that you will absolutely not regret investing into at least 1 copy of this first edition. I personally just bought today, like before shooting this video, a copy of this, because it's just, I have nothing but praise for this card, and I think it's gonna, as long as it doesn't get banned, it's going to last, and it's going to be very popular. Okay, and then really quick, I just wanted to say that the Zombie Vampire, again, another fantastic solo print, secret rare from one of the newer sets, Battles of Chaos. This has gone down to 8 bones. There is near mint first edition stacks, 7 stack, 8 bones, 4 stack, 9 bones, and then that's it. Then it goes up to 12. So this is quickly going up. I'm so surprised that there's this availability here for such an affordable price. Again, just like Punisher, I just bought a playset of these right here, near mint first edition, for $8. I think this is a steal deal. I think these are going to be completely cleared off the shelf probably before the end of the day, if not sooner. This is a really great buy. Again, just another fantastic generic level 8, and the whole dig effect here and then rip 1 to special someone is just fantastic. And that is all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you've enjoyed this content, please share it with someone that you believe will also enjoy it. The world is a dark place and life is difficult. Be aware that you never know what others are enduring. Please remember to be a friend, be a brother, be a sister. Love and encourage those that surround you always. I hope you guys are making some fantastic Yu-Gi-Oh investments yourself. This has been a showcasing by the White Mexican, and I will see you in the next video.